Absolutely, I feel the same way with the insane resilience that both these teams have shown throughout the event. The endurance that they have has been incredible. I love the way that both of these teams play, but this has to be almost a must-win for G2 to get things started off on the right foot, because if GENG comes out hot, they are a really difficult team to overcome.
For now, slow approach, everybody working their way forward. Pushing up over here towards this A side. Tap on the door, Paranoia across, Munchkin getting clipped by that one, but Meteor tucked away and able to find two. Back-to-back headshots as the kills come in. And this slows up and shuts down everything that G2 wanted to get started here in the pistol.
Yeah, this is an unusual setup from GENG. Shifting Meteor over into that tree position with the Nano. Some wall shots, not going to connect. A little bit of damage onto Icy.
Push up forward, able to find one. Lock, you're going to be taken down, but not before he's able to find Jonah P. Now just Trent and Icy. Tap on the spike, near backside, but a double setup here as they jump onto the corner. Trent will be able to find another, his texture will fall, but Icy just so damn low, trying to clear out some space. Sends out the paint shields, but Spike stranded to swing on the corner. It's going to be Meteor actually taking away the third. It's GENG get the opening pistol.
Yeah, and this is really interesting here from GENG, not just with the setup that they brought into this round, but in my opinion, choosing defender side to start. Usually their better side on this map is attacker side. So they want to kind of get off on a strong start against G2's weaker side, which has been their attacker side. So really interesting setup, really smothers this initial push from G2. Then they're able to find some good kills there at the end, keeping G2 completely in check on that B site. Now over to their anti-eco, a Marshal, 2 Guardians, 2 Sheriffs here. For the side of GENG, a few pistols bought. For the side of G2, some early spam. Meteor though, gonna have to dip out. He's under a lot of pressure.
Backing away.
Oh, Lakia, what a headshot.
Yeah, finding one, Leaf. Trying to go in that lurk as he often does around B. Ends up getting shut down. Meteor very much out in front, very much at risk as the swing is ready to come through, but still, he's going for the no-scope shot. He'll find one. Valorant gonna be taken down. Set up on the Nano just into the corner, trying to clear out that cubby. Again, G2 held at bay, seeking value, seeking some kind of kills, but Meteor continues to press the issue. He will get taken down, but Lock in there to answer back. Again, Icy, last one standing. The tap on the door, they just want to go ahead and smother him, they will. As Munchkin gets himself a piece. That's going to be a 2-0 start.
Yeah, and Meteor having a great start to this map. Going to be getting close to that lockdown already, 3 orbs away from finding it for himself. Some rifles going to be invested here for GENG on their bonus. Full rifles, a few half armors for G2. So far, so good, and Meteor's been a real thorn in the side of teams in this event, especially on this defender side, Killjoy. You know, you think back to those Ascent moments where he's getting those multiple triple kills, those 4Ks, things like that. He's incredibly sturdy, incredibly smart, knows when he can take space, knows when he has to give it up. You just saw it really well in that last round.
Sees amount of firepower here available to him, and Texture just pitching a straight headshot there on the Trent. And that is just brutality off the rip.
All right. I mean, this is a real point of interest for me for G2 on this attacker side, is how much rubble control are they going to be able to maintain? They're often a team that doesn't really fight for it too often, whereas GENG more than happy to. We see it all the time with them in Pacific, where they will scrap like heck for rubble control.
Now it's going to be a double setup here over on that C site. A little bit of spray out from Leaf, just trying to see if he can soften up any of those HP bars, but nothing spotted quite just yet.
A lot of space being given up onto the B site, just the alarm bot to check there. But so far, G2 continuing to just watch the extremities of the map, worried about those lurks from the likes of Meteor, from the likes of Munchkin. Sometimes even other players will go on a walkabout, but usually it's those two you got to be considerate of and got to be checking for it. So some util to clear rubble, knowing that GENG really does like to stick around in this area and try to crush you as you come out of A main, but continued walk
30
forward
seconds left
for G2 as they cut sound.
A little bit of noise made there by Texture as he hopped across, wanting to get himself through that smoke, but I mean, he's just spraying into it, and he's able to make contact there. Valorant knocked down to 56. Rocket fishing, the wall goes down, they don't spot anything now. Gonna start reading that it's gonna be a pivot here into the B site, but 12 seconds remaining. Plant now gonna be coming through. That does give Icy a showstopper crucially. That very much could come into play here as they look to win in this bonus. GENG though on the other side, looking to see if they can convert. Showstopper at the ready to push up out of the smoke. He hasn't spotted him in Texture. Able to take him down. Showstopper. It doesn't matter. Valorant finding one, but Leaf getting another. Push up into the side. Meteor taking some space. Able to clear out this Omen and puts Leaf down to 11. A 3v2. As GENG looking to start things off. 3-0 on Meteor. aware of it, turns back, finds Jonah P. They know that Leaf is low, they know that he's on his low. Gets the tap, shuts down that defuse, but Karen just wide swings, finds the kill, and GENG get the bonus conversion.
Unbelievable patience here from GENG, and Texture getting a freebie off the rip really opens up a lot of space for them to control the map, to keep it under their control, and that gives Meteor the lockdown off that defuse. Insane stuff here from Texture. The Prowler gets the information and he just sneaks right behind him. Beautiful positioning from the duelist of GENG. And even though there's a quick trade, the numbers start to crumble because they lose that player early. Every trade hurts more and more for the side of G2. GENG off to a roaring start, and this has to be so scary for this G2 squad because GENG, usually it's them coming back. When they start to heat up, that's when they get scary. That's when they look unstoppable, and they're already seemingly in that form.
Yeah. Minor investments here as the Stingers come through pretty much across the board. 3 of them in play, still wanting to be able to do some damage here, but Meteor, crucially, 7-1. Lockdown already available for him, and he's already spotted to leave. Picks him off, shuts down Jonah P on the approach, and everybody else once again sent scrambling. They have the spike in hand, but now seemingly no hope in hell. Where do you try to go? Meteor, he's looking for an ace. He's swinging out wide. He does get shut down, but the damage dealt is still severe. 42 and 45 between these last 2 remaining players.
Usually those Stingers so good for Valen.
I mean, weapon can be recovered, but they don't even want to make the noise. So it's still just the Stingers in hand. Prowler just got one, swing onto the corner, but Karen not allowing for it, and the snake bite out from Munchkin, perfectly timed. 4-0 start, GENG denying that Stinger value.
Wow, Meteor's on another heater already. Certainly against an eco. You know, not the end of the world there for the side of G2, but he seems so clean, so snappy with it. Just a little bit of a peek of the head from Leaf. That's all he needs to spam him through the wall, take him down.
One enemy remaining.
You can see that GENG so well coordinated. Great push and pull at the end there between Karan and Munchkin. Great util timing from Munchkin there to make sure that the round is cleaned up. Now you have that lockdown to consider still. Early pressure on the Rebel, early orb, and that's going to be showstopper for Texture in play. Oh, Trent!
Fantastic read, a fantastic spray, finds Munchkin nice and early, and that's the kind of start that G2 need to get themselves on the board.
They're so wary.
Backing away, but
yeah.
GENG now rescaling up into B.
They're just so wary of this B site with that showstopper available. You have to try to create a little bit more space. See if you can bait it out in another situation. Karan under pressure there. Has to back out. Toxic screen down.
Playing forward, spots one over at Rock, has to back away. Quick TP, works his way back over into the side properly. G2 still looking to poke and prod here. Even with that man advantage, still not feeling the most comfortable.
Yeah, and they're really trying to understand where this showstopper is. They're trying to get that info as best as they can. For now, because of the man disadvantage for GENG, they had to slot a few extra players over. Finally, Meteor going to be heading over to C, but this is okay. You have the lockdown to play for take.
Immediately sense it, just look at the play of timing, but Jonah P able to find Lakia. Another advantage here for the side of G2. And can go just outside of the radius here. Arbot going to be sent, showstopper at the ready. Texture looking for the angle, looking for the push, but it's going to be shut down. Jonah P got it, the Meteor fighting 2. Karen getting a piece, and suddenly we're in a 2v2. The creep forward, he spotted him, he stayed it! Meteor! He is playing like a god, but now he's the last hope for him. Tap onto the spike, waiting for the push forward, and Meteor! The 4-piece! The defuse! And the 5-0 start! This guy is electric today!
The extinction level event is back. Meteor coming in with full force. Absolutely dashing G2's hopes and dreams. 5 in a row for GENG to start. And Meteor, unbelievable how snappy he is. So good with this Phantom. So aware of that positioning of Jonah P. And usually the Professor's so good in those clutches.
He has been. He's put it on display. The clutches that he's had to get the team this far. But Meteor right now, I'm looking at the scoreboard and it's scenes that we have not seen. 14-2.
At the ready for Karan. And you got Lakia and Texture potentially follow up. on this Rubble's crunch.
I will rip the
See if they can do some
light
damage.
from
That Odin, something to consider here for G2. If those sprays start connecting, could be a fast one.
Well, spray into the smoke here. Texture not even needing the haunt to connect. He's able to find one, and immediately the shutdown coming through. Then is the eco round, so not going to be as concerned here, but the aggression that GENG are putting on display at the moment. G2 struggling to fight back against it. Meteor tucking away. Nice shot from Jonah P. Will open things up here on B, but do they suspect this? No, they do not. 2 quick kills. Munchkin bringing it into a round and putting GENG up to 6.
Yep. So now we see what the timeout was really for here for G2. I mean, I think A may be just part of the equation if they're going to really have success, because Meteor's making B and C just completely untenable. Good luck getting through that wall that he is creating single-handedly. Now you got the same kind of stack here for GENG. Again, Paranoia off the rip. See if there's any difference. There will be an Odin counter spam from Leaf to begin. He needs one more kill for a lockdown of his own. He's going to send GENG behind the toxic screen to wait this out, but the spot onto Karan takes him down.
Yeah, very nicely timed, but Texture able to reply, so it's just going to be a trade out here on the Omens. Alan does fall. Tap onto the door. Lakia trying to hold some space, spraying through the wall, trying to find some connections, and Icy's going to be taken down to 14. Gets the spot on the 1, and that's going to be Trent dead, and Spike spotted. Munchkin scaling up, tucking here alongside Jonah P. Not reading it at all. Munchkin plays it patient, and now just backs away. Some spray through, some damage dealt, but widely Munchkin still safe, and the counter spray coming back through from Tree still sends Leaf down low.
Now Lakia, master of the Odin, going to use C's to keep Leaf in place. Prowler as well. Just keep that information, keep him pinned down. Oh, that Boombot almost got him.
Certainly would have found the kill. Was able to clear it out. But I mean, it's just a battle of sprayers with Odin's in hand. Dexter will find Leaf as he goes creeping forward. Icy replying with one of his own, but at 14 HP. What more can you do? A couple players low on health, yes, but Munchkin will find it. And the timeout, the buy, it doesn't come to fruition.
It's starting to look dire. I mean, yes, this is, again, G2's weaker side of this map. They have, in this event, generally been better on their defender side. But at this point, you need to win some rounds. You've got to keep GENG honest here.
Yep.
You know, 8-4 would be fine. I think if you can swing 3 rounds, that's great. You can, or 4 rounds, you could definitely challenge GENG on this map. We know they're capable of it. We know what kind of comebacks they can create. It's just a matter of getting there at this point. A little bit of counter spam again. Only a smidge of damage onto Trent there. It's going to send G2 packing back over into Meteor.
GENG not far off already. A lot of the pivoting having begun. Pull back as Nightfall crashes across. Going to be TP in from Valen. Lands on a snake bite, but Widely's going to be fine. A little bit of damage dealt here from some of the utils. Paranoia sent towards the backside, but there's the pit. Coming out, Munchkin looking to try to make Waterfall a little bit more unassailable, but with the lockdown in play, they have to back off of this.
Yeah, this should be pit down. No follow-up there for GENG's IGL. That will allow the plant to come through. Retake inbound.
Valen pulling off the angle. Now the pit in play here from the side of Jonah P. It's G2 in the strong position to be able to try to find this first round win, but Icy going to be hounded down. Dead off the rip as the Nightfall crashes across. A couple players going to be spotted. The drop down Texture landing right in front of the enemy Viper, not quite spotting him out, but now finding him. Pit. It's been eliminated. The K. They'll just wait it out. Build up those HP bars. 5v3 for the retake.
They have to get
Timing
through.
push attempt here. No tap on the spike quite just yet. There it is.
Oh.
Clear out. It's going to be good. Meteor able to find one, but Leaf and Trent both finding a piece. Karen clearing out. 2v1. Leaf now bring it to the 1v1. Lakia last man standing, but he's already abandoned his post. Knows that they cannot play for it. And that's going to be G2 at long last getting themselves here on the board of the Red Bull clutch.
Yeah, huge round here for G2. Great staggering of their ultimates to bait out some of GENG's big ultimates as well. Get that Viper's pit cleared. Even though GENG has the Nightfall in response, you're still able to get that plant down and buy yourself a ton of time to get into these post-plant positions. Trent, beautiful, beautiful sprays, beautiful readjustment on the Texture. Finds himself 2 huge kills to make sure that they can get that round. Much needed round. However, GENG very close to being into another favorable ult cycle of their own. The lockdown and the showstopper one away each for Meteor and Texture respectively. Although Icy does have his showstopper as well. Oh, didn't clear the haunt.
The reveal, that's going to be the showstopper here. On the chase, spots him, sends it, doesn't find the kill. Locky is still going to be backpedaling, but Trent able to pitch him out there with that Odin. Texture traded at the same time. Man advantage here for the side of G2 as they look to string a second round together consecutively. Munchkin, Zach, lurking, waiting, Snappy. Moves over, finds one, but cannot get more. He gets a dink on the Trent, actually.
Yeah.
Down to 22 HP. But still, G2 maintaining advantages here for themselves. Movement going to be heard. Ping's coming down. They know that they're on this approach in towards B. Smoke, sent, Valen, lurking, Meteor, not ready for it at all, but Valen is ready for it all. 3 kills picked up. That's going to be G2 getting back-to-back.
Yeah, and a little bit of a mistake here by Lakia, not clearing that haunt fully. Costs him big time, and that gives the opportunity for Icy to come in with the showstopper, clear space. There's good trades for G2. And that really breaks things open for them. You know, Munchkin plays behind this box well enough, but once he's isolated there, really difficult to find any success. And Valen is going to be outsmarting his opponents, hiding in the corner. Well handled. The economy, the pockets of GENG are deep, so they're able to grab another Odin. Curious, no operator yet for Texture. Seems like part of the game plan. Some damage done to him.
Yeah. Down to 70. Just have that showstopper, but not much more likely to be shut down. Nano's going to be lobbed in, just going to clear out some of this other KJU tilt.
Last time it was an early lockdown, but I don't think they're going to get it in place in time.
Doesn't seem like it, Meteor. He's just looking for a timing. He pushes up. He's able to find Valen. Confirms that the spike is here, but they already knew that. Push across, Odin spraying through. Munchkin able to avoid that, but showstopper set and shut down immediately. Icy able to find the kill. A little bit of damage to help out leave. Trying to come online. Finds himself 2. And that's going to be Lakia. Last one just now rotating over here at Waterfall. Easily enough isolated as there's a paint shell available on the opposite side. Haunt, dodge, spray, opened up, looking for the kill. Just a hair too high, can't quite find it. Lakia might just have to make the call to save.
Yeah, no point really in continuing to try to push forward there. But now you're starting to see G2 playing really well for those trades. I think Meteor just feeling himself a little too much there. You could call that an overheat, I suppose. He did get one, but still had that lockdown, still had the opportunity to maybe kind of fall back and play for a retake potentially there for GENG. Instead, opts to go for the big play, not able to fully connect because now G2 really starting to react well, really starting to make sure that all their angles are covered. Doing a good job of kind of playing that hallmark G2 style. It's very much a team effort throughout this entire event. It hasn't just been one superstar kind of railroading. No, not at all. Everybody's had their moments for this G2 squad. I mean, Icy has really stepped up as a rookie. Valen is Valen. He's always really, really strong. Leaf is nuts, especially with the Outlaw. Really, really nuts with that. And that really opens up opportunities for G2, but in general, when it's a team effort, things really start to rock and roll for G2, and now up with them. But moments like that before, maybe just a little bit more pause before you guys start really trying to hound G2 on those executes. Really paint shells, haunt, TP up on top of rubble, and Locky has found one with the spam.
Yep, spraying across. Odin things. Finds one. Texture going to be tucked back here. Over at that connector, just waiting. There's Jonah Pete pushing forward, looking to try to take some space. Smoke going to be dissipating. 2 out in front of him. Texture only able to find 1. Can't readjust. Karen now going to be noted. Jonah Pete looks to hold forward. Nightfall going to be sent. Connecting only on the counter now. The lockdown in play, but Jonah's able to collect the kill. Now a 3v3.
Bring them down.
Forced out of the site for the moment. The spray coming through, but Trent has to respect the lockdown, has to pull back. Some space going to be given up as Meteor taking a couple shots there through the wall. Now Jonah held at bay. Spike still not held to half. Trent able to find one. Munchkin going to be taken down. G2 looking to continue upward. The push on the corner, and Lakia cannot make it happen. Now it all falls to Meteor, and he's instantly headshot through the corner. And he has to make the call to back off. G2 continuing. Running this one back, a 4th round win found.
What a fantastic use of the Nightfall there, anticipating that there was going to be a lockdown and that they needed to leave that space. Make sure that that flank angle that Karan could create was dealt with and handled. That opens up a little bit of extra space. Texture trying to get a little bit cheeky. This time a good reaction from the side of G2. But I really like the way that G2 is starting to trade these ultimates. They're getting the better of GENG in a lot of these situations.
Yep.
And this is something that G2 has done really, really well so far this event. They're really aware of how their opponents are going to want to use their ultimates and how they can strike back. So very impressed with them so far. That early push out, and he's dead.
Again, the haunch is now being cleared. Gets the ping reveal out onto 3 and Texture, able to collect that one. Setups over at A continuing to be a thorn in the side here of G2. But we've been seeing more of that clutch, more of that perseverance from them. See if they can scoop up this last round of the half. Make it a 7-5.
That would be huge. If they can do that, then it's definitely game on. Because their defender side is really nasty to deal with. But for now, trying to spread the map a little bit more. Jonah Pete trying to see what info he can get over on the C site. Karan, all alone, doesn't like what he sees over on the other side. So that util, start creating some presence. Lakia scooching over to the door. No Odin this time, spam through. Trent does have one of his own. For now, G2 is just going to use that. Yeah, they're just trying to buy some attention over in that direction to keep players more leaning towards that A side as they seemingly set up for the C hit. That util so good, gives a lot of information over to GENG.
Jonah makes some noise, backs away. Prowler's cleared out, swing onto the corner, Trent. Trying to find the wallbang shot. Meteor in the meantime. Back over towards that C side, able to find one, but then gets flushed out. Lakia able to steady the aim, finds the headshot. Picks off the enemy fade. TP now, outside of Mound here from the side of Karan. Arriving as they look to try to surround, swarm onto these G2 players, but Jonah pushing forward, taking space and waterfalls, able to find one. Now a 3v2. Certainly a winnable position.
Knew that Lakia was weak. A really nice push out there from Jonah P, understanding the state of the game.
Allen, swing, they find it now into the 2v2. Absolutely winnable here for the squad, for this pairing. Texture on the slow approach, works his way forward. Just outside waterfall, Jonah P scaling up into the poison ore, pushes out the timing, the backstab potential. He's played it patiently, and he drags across both! What is that? Jonah P, the clutch Meister fights another in G2. They get the 5.
Welcome to the College of Clutch. Your professor, Jonah P. Class is in session. Absolutely insane stuff from him.
That is disgusting. Look at it. It's like, oh no, he beeped it, and then he just drags it in. He forces it over the line. What a 4-piece, what a run back. 7-0 from GENG to start off this map into 5-0.
The adjustments that they're able to make with Valen and the coaching staff from Josh and company, I mean, just so smart. GENG, yes, this is generally the better side of their map, so were those 7 rounds enough for GENG to really get over the line here? A lot of space being given up at A. This is something that G2 does sometimes. They're happy to try to really just kind of harass you at the point of attack, stall you out, and find those opportune timings to shut you down. Really did a great job of it against Heretics. Now, Jonah P backed off a bit by the util of GENG. You know he's in there, but this is taking too long for GENG. Let's see if they're going to be wise to it, if they're just going to continue to try to push forward, because now with that stairs angle taken by Trent, it could be difficult.
Again, swing through, but Jonah able to get the headshot into the body spray. Munchkin going to be taken down. Meteor trying to push forward, trying to take control here upstairs. We'll just set up the turret. As Plank gets ready to come through with Leaf, able to find one. Meteor now dead.
Look at this angle. They're coming from everywhere, RG2. This is going to be so tricky. Trying to isolate the heaven angle, RGENG. But that Boombot does a good job clearing him. However, Texture dodges it.
Still no monstrous advantage at the moment here for the side of G2. A 5v3 on the retake with Lakia. Able to find 2 pieces there. As Leaf and Jonah P both going to get taken down. Tap onto the spike, swing onto the corner. Texture unable to find the shot, and Trent will shut it down. Holds on to his life. And G2 close the gap. They continue to run it back. Now just 1 round separating.
Yeah, and this is something G2 has been so good at throughout this tournament, especially on this map, is willingly giving up space, but making it hard for the other team to get a read on what's going on the other side of things, and then setting themselves up for a really difficult retake for their opponents to defend. It is incredible the way that they work the map, the way that they buy time. They've done a great job of it throughout this event. Curious if there was going to be a Marshall there purchase for Meteor, but no. 3 Sheriffs and a Ghost for the side of GENG. 3 Bulldogs, a Stinger for Leaf, Trent with a Guardian. Let's see if they can do any damage here for GENG on this eco, or if G2 is going to tie things up at 7-7. Baby door going to be cleared. Meteor drifting over towards the B direction.
Leaf swinging way out wide. Smoke, first one dissipating. There's the push, there's the kill. Stinger able to find 2! This Leaf somehow gets that spray to connect. Decent mid-range damage.
The way
elimination is going to be found.
Played that angle so nice, Achilleos. The way that he isolated those fights.
Icy spots 1, swings forward, finds the headshot. Meteor going to be taken down, not allowing for that Sheriff to do any damage. The push up. Munchkin and Lakia to see if they can deal anything else here to this economy from the side of G2. But for now, they're just holding on to all these weapons quite nicely. Just the Stinger on the floor.
Until going to give it away. Munchkin trying to mess with Icy, but Icy knows those Sheriffs really strong. In the hands of GENG, he doesn't want to give it up for free.
Trent worry about a double face as Lakia is taking some pot shots. Looks like Plant won't be allowed to come through, but it's going to be a swift retake here from the side of G2. It's Lakia shifting back. Going to play a little bit more unpredictably, but 3 players getting ready to push out of this angle. It's going to prove to be difficult. Can he nail the taps? Here's the first one. Finds it. Can't readjust for the second. Now it's 3 players facing. Paranoia connecting, and he will be taken down. 3 members left standing. All the Bulldogs going to be carried over here. I'll swap over the Guardian as the defuse comes in, and we are tied up at 7-7.
And a lot of little things that G2 does so well. Whether it's the way that Leaf is able to use the mound to isolate those fights, to not challenge 2 players at once. Instead, it's 1-1, has a chance at a third, can't quite convert. And then Icy there, not trying to challenge Munchkin in a 1v1, waiting until he has help, waiting until he has a crossfire angle set up.
There.
It's really, really good, disciplined, patient play from the side of G2. You do have Lakia's Nightfall. Trent is 1 away from his. So there could be some interesting exchanges of util here. GENG looking to see if they can stop the bleeding, because it's been 7 in a row now for G2, just answering right back.
Both teams just very streaky so far. Like you said, G2 on this defender side. They win these openers, given how dominant they have been. GENG got to be sweating.
Look at the defenses they have here with all this KJ utility. This is going to be so tricky if GENG keeps pushing this direction.
Push forward, Texture just drifting right into Leaf. And we'll be able to flush him out. A nice tap through the wall, Munchkin. Cleaning out, flushing out that KJ. But still a 4v4, still an opportunity here for G2 to convert this bonus round.
Face your fear!
Nightfall trying to lead the charge, Icy out front. Counter with a nice readjust. Finds one, but he's not ready for the push from Valen. So he's able to go ahead and put another weapon out of play here for GENG. TP going to be heard, Munchkin spotting another. Has to back away as it's going to be the haunt reveal, and Valen nearly locked in place. Does avoid the C's. Lakia not ready, just swinging in to drop. He falls down now. Already significant damage dealt, but there's only 2 players left here from GENG.
Got one.
Meteor able to equalize the count a little bit more. The push forward. Jonah looking for it, but Meteor starting to come back online. Finds those 2 kills. Valen, can he make it happen? Spotting out the first, tries to drag it across, tries to realign it. Munchkin will be left standing, but that is still significant damage dealt.
Exactly. That's not as clean as you'd like for GENG. Just kind of falling right into the trap that G2 has set up. Yeah, they're able to brute force their way through it, but at what cost? You're losing a lot of guns. And Meteor once again bailing out GENG here, 19-9 on this map. But after that 14-2 start, it's been a little bit quieter. Absolutely, this Nightfall huge. Seems like GENG is not quite aware of some of the positionings. You know, Lakia not ready for the player at drop, even though I believe a C's connected there earlier. It's a little bit off for the side of GENG right now. Trying to see if they can stabilize, string some rounds together of their own. There's a weak buy here for Leaf on that Stinger. GENG able to scrape together rifles with a lot of half armors. So opportunity to do some damage. Just buying a little bit of time and space over towards A. As usual, just gonna leave Munchkin to anchor down that rubble position. Try to change directions towards the other side of the map. This is pretty typical for the side of Gen G. You're going to have Munchkin over at Rubble. You're going to have Meteor towards B. And you're going to have the other three trying to make attention wherever they think they can find space. It's a decent read here for Leaf. Just the Prowler sees a lot of players, though. And he's going to hightail it out of there.
Yeah.
Let's see if Gen G commits.
Lucky to walk away unscathed. No targets going to be found there. There's Munchkin working his way forward just outside of stairs here. A lot of angles to be wary about. Ping from Trent, suspecting that he's going to be more over towards the door. Munchkin just sat, waiting. Trying to see what kind of info he can get, trying to see what kind of timing he can find.
Left.
Here's some movement.
Munchkin.
There's still a late lurk, though, from Jonah P. Could end up trading this one back. As he turns back for a brief little moment, Munchkin's still just holding on the angle. The team now starting to rotate over to A. Meteor rescaling, taking position, and Munchkin not ready for it. Trent flushes him out. And Jonah still sat here. They might think that this site has been evacuated. And now there's just no time. Shot is going to be found. Jonah P going to be taken down. Plant coming through with just a second to spare. But everybody deafened. Paint shells landing. Lockett trying to stay alive. Texture holds the line for now as Trent going to be taken down. Trying to make his way in through drop. Gen G now seemingly wise to the angles of approach. Icy trying to find one, but Texture is not having none of it. Another ping. Another player at drop. Valen trying his luck. Leaf finds one. Texture will be taken down. Readjust from Karen. Able to find that. Now Leaf in a 1v2. Stinger in hand. We've seen what kind of damage this can deal. Holding on it. Meteor, though, will be able to get him through the box. 9-7, Gen G, again, winning, stretching this lead, but it is so narrow. G2 are fighting back tooth and nail.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, great awareness here from Trent, but the real damage is that Munchkin gets so much space and he's able to call over the players of Gen G to this A site to get the plant down just in time. So even though, yes, Meteor does get taken down first, it's just a matter of them being able to get to the plant and get into those post-plant positions. Good job by Gen G reading those drops. G2 kind of falling one by one there, and they're back to an eco of their own. They do have a lockdown. Maybe they can find an opportunity.
What is that shot?
What?
Leaf, so damn snappy, so damn accurate, and now Munchkin, so damn overwhelmed. What a start from G2.
And this is a great counter read because they know that Munchkin was playing alone on this A site last time, and they punish it with this overstack. Really
taken.
smart stuff.
Yep. Lockdown now in play. Leaf looking to hold him at bay. Push forward though, Lockyer. So going to clear this out, is able to do so. Ultimate punished. 5v3 with a recovered Vandal. G2 in a fantastic position as Lockyer. Getting sprayed, getting tagged. He's going to be going for a standard corner plan. Sees the try to lock him in. Sends out his own, just trying to create some space, trying to buy some time here for the team. And for now, it looks like he's actually going to be just lingering here on the side itself within that smoke.
He gets another kill, he has the Nightfall.
On to the ready. Can he find the timing? No. Heron taken down. Dealt with. Meteor tagged up. Dead. Trent able to find it. Jump out of the smoke block here. Readjust to find two. So you're on the back, but there's still so many players. Again, just overwhelmed, and G2 coming away with a round win, keeping it so very close. What a read in response to get themselves a MasterCard Thrifty. This is genius at work.
Yeah, just incredible stuff here. Leaf is so clean with this Sheriff. And then on the other side, on the other extremity of the map, they're able to take down Munchkin for free. They don't even get traded in that. That's just disgusting. Just sees the feed of Texture, takes him down off that one way. Incredible, incredible stuff. Ooh, even got the dink there to Valen. Insane. Right back in it. Looked like maybe Gen G might be their turn to string some rounds together, but G2 having none of it. Big ults though for Gen G here. Nightfall and Showstopper in play.
Those are the ready. Pull back as the hunt reveal comes in. Texture making sure that he's staying safe. Things coming out, but yeah, triple push out of B.
They're gonna be ready for this. Oh, he backs off.
Just wanting to clear out some util on the opposite side. Looks like not willing to overstay. G2 still playing it safe.
They've left the C site completely open here. Valen is shifting in that direction, but all of that KJ util gambled on the A site, trying to go against the tendencies of Gen G. They really like to work their way towards A, maybe a pivot B here and there. But with C being left open, see if GENG can find their opportunity. How much of their ultimates they invest on this.
Showstopper finding the spot. Off the haunt reveal, Texture able to take down Valorant. That was the first line of defense swiftly dealt with. Plant going to be coming through here. Nightfall available for the defense of the spike. G2
There.
a hair off. Some of these critical retake ultimates that Showstopper not available to them.
Jonah P on a really late lurk.
Damaged out here. Lakia going to be obliterated. Icy able to find it with a paint shell. Nice lob into the back. Finds one, keeps the numbers a little bit closer here as counter spray. Both players tagged. Karen, however, now down low. Meteor able to find one, but Jonah P finishing off Meteor. Munchkin tries to hold the line with just a stinger in hand. Kill found Jonah P, picking up Karen on the spray, eventually connecting his Texture. Tries to find the kill, challenges in, looks for the final, and he will have it. 3 Ks for both of those last players standing, but GENG scraped by with a round win.
And on the backside, Jonah P comes in. He finds a good timing. What's interesting is Meteor's turret was there to check for that, but it didn't seem like Meteor really registered it amongst all the chaos. Not really sure if he just didn't hear it, that his turret had activated. I mean, he still gets big kills on the site. Still keeps GENG very much in this round, but it almost cost GENG. Jonah P, so good, so smart. Texture now starting to find his form. Munchkin multi-kill.
Got a Guardian,
round.
it's decent odds there. But Trent, it might not be an Odin, but he's got an Ares, so that might just counteract it.
That's true.
Cancel each other out. There's the jump forward. Texture able to win out the fight. Icy going to be taken down, and Texture snappy with it on the hunt reveal. Finds Trent as well, so the Ares not coming into play whatsoever. Quick TP out from Valorant trying to escape, but he's been noted. Lakia scooping up the Ares. Just want to play with his LMG, but do they flush out Valorant? Do they read that he's repositioned here into tree? Munchkin able to find one. Valorant creeping forward, able to get 2! Headshots found. Lakia spotted. Swinging out, but unnoted behind the box. He just re-swings, redraws, and Texture is there on the flank to find Leaf to spot him out and save his teammate. GENG move up 11-8.
Yeah, and it's just a little bit of a delay on this haunt from GENG that catches G2 off guard and spots 3 members. And this makes it so easy here for Texture. 1, 2, and they know that Valen is behind the box. Now, credit to Valen, the fact that he's able to escape out of this and find 2 kills, that's impressive, but it may be too little too late for G2. It's 4 ultimates available for the side of GENG versus their 3. Can they find those good opportunities to use them? Texture out early.
Oh, Trent tagged down. A little bit of a decay damage, it would seem here, but still decent damage dealt. Nade to the back. Icy able to find one as Munchkin will fall, but Karen picking up, finishing off that enemy fade. Icy still, however, trying to hold the line. Paint shells built back up, swings out. Lakia will put him down. But still decent damage dealt. Just the 1-man advantage here for the side of GENG, and damage taken. Leaving Jonah P alive. This is still a very possible round, and Jonah P's flanking all the way through the attacker spawn.
He dodged that Nightfall just to the side of it. Are they going to be ready for him to be so close?
He's pushing it, pushing forward, looking for the intercept, looking for the interrupt. Will not be able to find that. He's going to take it down. Meteor putting an end to it and sending in the lockdown. They know who they're up against. They fear him. So they have to use the ult. The drift across. Jonah unspotted, clears it. They know he's within sight. Hit available, does he send it? He's wary about tree, he doesn't send it. Meteor will creep around the corner, will shut him down. GENG up to map point.
And these are these scrappy A-rubble fights that GENG is very happy to take. Now, Icy does a great job getting behind rubble and causing some absolute mayhem back there. Credit to him. I mean, great paint shells, keep Karon off balance, but Karon's able to take down Trent, kind of alleviate some of that pressure off the rest of his team because that util isn't there to back Icy up. So Icy's on an island. Lakia is able to lock him down. And then a lockdown at the end of the round to come through there for GENG. They are 1 round away from taking this opening map.
G2 pulling it off before. Can they make the rally back? It's only 4 rounds this time. And they take us into an OT to start off this upper final. For now, slow start. No fast takes. GENG knowing what's at stake. Just playing this out cautiously.
G2 has set up their KJ util on B. I think they're trying to force a pivot over towards that B site. They're trying to collapse GENG, trying to make them go through baby door, and then use that KJ utility to delay and swarm. See if they can be successful, or if maybe GENG considers a C rotation. But right now, there's been no contact for Jonah P over at C. See what GENG wants to do. Making a bit, yep, they are going to go for C. They're making a bit of a gamble here. No info. Have to be a bit careful.
Not revealing, but Jonah P spotting. That's going to be the pit now.
So
coming
smart.
through. Like you said, just really gambling, trying to force them into that B site. Makes it that much more likely here. So there's only 34 seconds remaining for the side of GENG. Sink bite down over towards stairs. Leaf
left.
tucked away just within that connector over by the door. Trent going to be noted, but it is going to be this B site hit coming through. Prowler's check. Nanos popped. 18 seconds remaining.
Ooh.
Door broken open. Dink found.
Oh!
And Leaf. Oh, he's paranoid, but he still finds a shot, but Texture out in front. Cleans up 2 quick kills. Spoke about the dissipate. Tries to go for the push. Lock it. Able to put down Trent, and now it is all on Jonah P. The king of clutch. Can he make it happen again to keep them in this map? Finds the first. Pushes in towards upper, but Locky on a long wrap around. Playing elusively here. Jump, making noise, checks the close corner, but nothing to be found. Poison orb set up to swing in. Locky just tucks away. They haven't heard anything. They haven't heard a tap. But as he rushes forward, Meteor opens up with a spray. 13-8 from GENG.
Yep. And on the other side of the coin for G2, when they played Heretics, this is where they began. This is where they basically ended the run back.
Right.
And it was a lot on Jonah P on that B site. He was an absolute monster over there. A bit of early aggression, using the dart to check mid. That's going to back Icy off. 0 point invested as well. They're going to get the tag with the drone. Send the duelist of G2 further back towards spawn. All setting up for this A hit, which has been left open. GENG seemingly reading this well.
Dash at the ready, a little bit of a body block for a brief moment, but not one that's going to lead to a punish. Site opened up, Icy. Sat here at Heaven, we'll just wait for the full forces of G2 to rotate over. But Locky on this timing, suspecting the lurk out from Leaf. He's able to find that punish. A fantastic intercept as Icy dashing across, gets over to Heaven, but finds the instant headshot to put down Meteor. Killjoy's traded out on both sides.
Locky has got to get over here soon.
Shots flying, Munchkin able to find 2. Cleans it up, and Texture. Easy transition from him, finds Jonah P, finds Trent, and GENG. Find a second pistol round win of the series.
What a hold from those guys in hell. I mean, I thought Locky was going to need to get there sooner rather than later. With that many players of GENG boxed up underneath the rafters, there might be a good opportunity. But Munchkin so snappy there. Goodness me. Texture behind the Gen. Swings out, gets the other 2, but GENG here doing a good job of creating a lot of attention towards mid, using that info utility early to push back the forces of G2, keep them planted on B, where they were anticipating the hit, and then the quick pivot over towards short. Maybe another fast hit here. GENG gonna make sure they confirm the orb, but there's a lot of G2 players here.
There are. Full flash gonna be connected, but Texture having that tailwind ready. Able to dash out, gets himself over to safety. Jonah P, same time, tagged down to 53. It's all of these players here with a 0 point. Leaf again, looking for a similar rotate. This time gonna go unpunished. As Shock Dart lob in, not gonna be able to connect. Avoiding that. But Meteor, again, they have the read. They know these lurk timings so well. Drone to check out the rest of the side, just swing out, just trying to find anything, trying to do some damage, but it's gonna be flawless here from GENG as they start off 2-0.
Yeah, GENG so disciplined right now. Clearly a great job by Solo and HSK preparing GENG for this map. All of the lurks have been accounted for, something G2 absolutely loves to do. To get out on those early rotations, clear space, get info. Some guns gonna be invested for GENG. 2 Guardians, a Bulldog, a Vandal, and a Phantom. The Odin already in the hands of Trent. Excuse me, Trent was the one with the Odin, doing a great job locking it down as the Sova on B. Previously, Jonah P on this KO as well, really devastating with his util timings, finding a ton of value. It's a 4-1 split.
Here.
GENG may just try to opt for a explosive execute.
Shadows traveling. Slow to start, but then pop flash in. Texture up on top of Generator. Get the reveal on to 1, but Jonah P gonna be safe for now. So for Valen, big noise noted, but otherwise unpunished. Trent, there's that Odin you're talking about. He's able to find 2. Karen and Lockham's gonna be taken down. Munchkin with that Guardian. Finding the enemy KO, but this is going to force a pivot here from the side of GENG, but they already have Texture in a very committed position. He spots out 1, finds that kill, Has to tuck back as the drone manages to get its mark.
Still haven't been able to get the plant down. Texture taking so much space.
But Leaf in the head. Knocked down to 31, the Tink.
Unbelievable. It's tough for Meteor to cross. Just has to hold this angle, it looks like. Was he going to go for this? This is risky.
Start to push forward, but he finds the headshot onto one. Trent picking up a third. This is still damage dealt. G2 now in position to win out the round. It's all on Munchkin. He has the spike in hand. He's going to go rotating across. 30 seconds remaining. But no, the fake, the tuck back. But they're not full rotating. G2 not sending it. They are still nearby.
They're able to get to mid in time to cover that angle just in case.
Noise not heard. Weapon going to be picked up. Now the tap on the spike going to be noted. They work their way back. Munchkin, how does he play this out? 0 point at the ready. Knows that the jet is close. Thrown over the top, tucks here into hell. The noise heard. He's waiting for the drop down. The tail went across. Icy. Ice trained here on hell. It's the Cloudburst to try to escort. Munchkin on the swing out. And he's just going to be taken down. Too many directions. Too much attention pulled in different ways. Munchkin cannot clutch as G2 will not allow for the bonus conversion. They get themselves on the board in round 3.
Yeah, and this is something you have to be a little bit concerned about as GENG. That Odin already singing its song. Finding 2 underneath the door closed. Right off the back of that great shock dart as well. Trent setting himself up so nicely. Meteor challenges that angle. That was a tough one for Meteor to win. The fact that he even gets 1 kill there, impressive, but Trent's so ready for it. Now you've got the counter Odin from Lakia. Able to save up enough off that flawless round anti-eco. You do have Munchkin's ult potentially at play. Worried about a potential push out there. Setting up Meteor to take the space. At least cover B main. They have control. Pace looking to be slowed down a little bit here by GENG. They are really spreading the map. Looking for these early picks, something they were really good at.
Finding that nano. Counter spray across. It's going to be Trent who eats a little bit of damage there. Lock in with his own Odin. Knowing how valuable it's going to be for this B site. Starts making his way back over towards A.
And because they know that Odin was pushed back towards Hall, they're able to safely grab that orb. So good job there by GENG. He's getting control of that space, using that to their advantage. Now over towards A main. A very aggressively placed turret gives them a lot of extra info. No command popped. Looks like this is going to be an A exec.
Fragment of TP4 just to check out wine, make sure that that is not going to be occupied. Textured. Does he notice? Icy right there in front of him. Seems like no, Leaf at the same time. While under pressure, able to find one, but eventually will get flushed out. Icy going to be taken down. A 2-for-1 trade up here. GENG's favor. Smoke, dissipating, shot darts flying. Texture just sat in heaven, sprays across, finds himself a third. Smoke now falling and Fallon, no way out. 3-1, GENG. Clean stuff as they move up once again by 2.
And a beautiful flash from Munchkin there to catch Leaf in hell to set up Texture for that kill. Texture gets the identification of the position, a little bit of damage through the wall, and the follow through off some brilliant util.
My ult's ready.
The Texture just unaccounted for up in heaven. It's something that GENG loves to do. They love to get aggressive up towards heaven, especially Texture. And he'll work those angles a little bit different every time. Sometimes he'll push through that smoke. Sometimes he'll try to push towards glass.
Get out of my way.
Very difficult to track. It's going to be the Blade Storm popped for Texture.
Passes the weapon over to Munchkin, but the knives, this is something that, out of character at this tournament, Texture has not been finding impact with. Does that change here today? Or does G2 also manage to shut it down, deny that value?
Outlaw invested for Leaf. He's been so good with him. He takes so much damage through the wall.
Just
Oh,
knocking him down to 15. And he's the one with the hero rifle into this round with that Outlaw. And there's full armor on the opposite side.
Jonah P had taken a ton of space, but
Out in front, 0 point. Quick clear on that. Just backs away. Still holding within the archway. Paranoia at the ready from Valen. This would catch on to absolutely everyone. But can they get the follow-ups? Just a frenzy on the opposite side if they go for the swing. On check Steve. Drone at the ready. Fragment again into Wine. Lakia blinded up but has the drone to give him sight. Expression connecting. Paranoia across. Knives will be able to find one. Texture into the back. Finds Icy. Turns it. Finds the third. Trent taken down, and this time Texture will not be denied. Push up into the smoke, the timing, he spots out Leaf. They know that he's low, and he's got the right click. A 4K on the blades, 4 HP, 4 rounds for GENG.
And it's brilliant utility baiting from GENG. They're able to get that paranoia out of there. They just wait it out, and then they say, okay, we're gonna use our 0 point, lock you in place. We know you're right around that corner. Texture able to find some huge value with those knives. Something that you mentioned he had been lacking, Achilleos, and he comes up strong. Like I pointed out previously, he likes to get aggressive in different ways at the top of A Heaven. Even though it's only one player left, he's able to dodge Trent, keep himself alive, and find that fourth, and he is 13-1 to start this map.
So I wonder what we were seeing, but the covering fire, anticipating this crunch. Fallon still able to find value, takes out one, Charon falling, but Lakia quick to trade it back, quick to maintain the advantage, but Icy, quick to find the spike. Now stranded at the top mid, swing out though, Texture shutting him down. Leaf forward here on Cat, creeping forward, Texture in the jiggle peek, able to spot him, and Leaf, he just wants to occupy the space, he wants to try to hold down this spike. 2v2 with Lakia tag down to 70. Spike offered up. Texture able to recover that. B side completely open, but GENG don't know that.
See what they can do. They've got all their recon utility in Lakia's hands still, but opting to just cut sound and make their way forward. They don't want to give up any information. See if they can slip the net past G2. With all that KJ utility at the front of A, with so much success being found over there, GENG maybe gonna go all the way to spawn, wrap towards A potentially.
G2 starting to explore the space a little bit more here as well themselves. Suspicious as to whether or not they have made the wrong decision. GENG will in fact end up over here at A. Still an opportunity for that util to soften them up even further.
Standing ahead.
Potentially even find a kill. Dart down into hell, spotting out nothing. They don't go for the plant over at Gen. They don't fall for the nano swarms. Drone here from Lakia. Checking in, spotting one, noting him over at tree. Shock darts available, but door wide open. Texture holding at window, spotting him, but cannot adjust the spray. Leaf shuts it down. Now it is all on Lakia. Tucks back here behind Gen. Shock darts sent. Leaf leading the charge, the push, the spray across. Lakia finding one, looking for Trent, but can't make it happen. G2 fight back, they persevere.
What an insanely scrappy round. The beginning of this round is absolute chaos in B lobby. A push out from G2 that looked like it had been well handled, but then there's more to it. There's layers. You've got Icy and Leaf taking space in mid. They're able to get that bomb down, get that extra layer of info. GENG does a good job with a counter rotation of their own, cutting all the way through spawn, avoiding the KJ util. But Texture goes for the glass play, trying to catch G2 off guard, and they read it. They're able to take him down. No heroics for Lakia. She's got that lockdown now for G2. Hunter's Fury for Lakia to counter. A lot of opportunities here. So Icy is gonna pop his blades this time. Let's see if he can match what GENG's Duelist was able to do a couple rounds ago.
We've seen that Lakia has been willing to go for some more aggressive plays. Kara now out, stranded, dead. Can't even trade back any damage. Fantastic delayed flash setup there. Jonah P just helping deliver that kill right into his IGL's hands.
Now GENG doesn't know if there's gonna be further push out. Meteor trying to clear, trying to get some attention over towards this market. That's gonna drag Icy over there with that Blade Storm. This is all setting up again, just like the pistol round, trying to cut through towards A, but this time G2 aware of it.
Sending the knife as soon as he sees that Cloudburst come down. Paranoia crashing across, getting the blind onto a few. Hunter's Fury, a ping, across, but Jonah P and Valorant still holding the line. Texture both going to be taken down. Lakia able to find the enemy KO. The man advantage is there for G2. Icy still with knives in hand, the spike here on the site. Lakia pushing his way forward, making noise. And Icy swings the corner, the knife straight to the temple. Lakia dead. Meteor now last one standing. The plant would give him an ult, but might be a bridge too far to try to send it here. Tucks back, shots in behind him. Doesn't know where the second player is, up over the top. Here's it, notes it. Drop down from Trent, Odin in hand. At 80 HP, can he win it out? Ring around the rosy, but footsteps heard. Meteor goes for the challenge and he wins it. The 4K to clutch it out. GENG just not allowing for G2 to string 2 rounds together.
And Meteor's vibing. I don't think I've ever seen him like that. He's usually emotionless. He's usually calm, cool, and collected, but he's bobbing. He's getting into the groove, and just like against 100 Thieves on this same map, he is winning clutches. He is winning huge rounds for GENG. Like you said, he's got that lockdown as well. It's a consolation prize for that round to bring us into round number 8 with GENG up 5-2. Allen trying to take a little bit of space.
It's 4 of his 6 kills in that last round.
Absolutely nuts.
Bailing out the team when they needed it most. Drone out to try to check, tuck back in towards 3 players from G2. Sat here, forced to stagnate for the time being. Texture dashing in. Quick little peek out, but widely. Just staying back, playing this out patiently. Spray across, door now gonna be shut. Not too much damage gonna be found. Meteor whipping on a spray, taken down, leave, arriving out in the mid. Saving Jonah P's life and now handing over a weapon. G2 not out of this round.
That's gonna be the lockdown. There's no counter lockdown here, so GENG is gonna have to back right off all the way to Gelato and to Wine. They have to give up so much space here to G2.
Lockheed just waiting here on the verge of this as they come stomping across. Paranoia connecting out into Wine, just smoked off here. Stopping him from finding value. Sheriff shot's gonna be flying. Spike diffuser is killed. They interrupted, but can they win another round? Shot darts caught in hand. Takes him down, Valorant.
Oh!
The spray through. The wallbang shots. The spray down with the recovered Phantom. Valen saves them. 5-3. GENG still in front, but a monstrous Red Bull clutch by the IGL.
Unbelievable stuff. And that lockdown, the fact that they're able to take Meteor down, expecting him to push into short.
One enemy remaining.
He's gonna go anywhere. It's gonna be there to try to get that lockdown in play potentially, but unbelievable stuff. I mean, they are just so tenacious. And after you think that maybe GENG was knocking on the door of the grand finals, G2 punches right back with a clutch of their own. Icy now is the op, the Odin for Trent. The power weapons in play. GENG's been able to keep them at bay from picking these up for quite some time. But now they're on an eco. A couple sheriffs, a stinger for Karan, a couple rifles. In terms of the Guardian and Meteor's Phantom. Icy though.
Waiting for the swing in, but Meteor wise to it, ready. Just managed to answer back quite a bit of damage, now down to 50. Texture, this corner has been a pain point here for GENG, but this time they suspect it. They find it. Lockdown committed. Over at B main, Icy. Tucked back, just holding on this hard angle.
Ooh.
Tries to relocate. That's gonna be Texture taken down by Meteor on the entry. Able to find that Odin. Now they know the site is theirs. The plant can come through.
And that's gonna be Odin scooped up for Karan. Utility placed inside a hall, but every direction for G2. Oh, Lakia.
Again, just wise to it, starting to get that read. Leave taking some forward space. Icy watching in towards B main. Meteor on the swing, has to drop back. But Leaf knows how difficult it is to try to make a real maneuver here until they flush out this player, this late lurk, this flank. Swing, but Lakia has the headshot. Cut across from Icy. He's working his way back in towards A. Doesn't even want to try to find that challenge. Doesn't want to peek out into mid. Knows that he needs to hold on to this operator.
Lakia's going hunting.
Once again, it's just effectively these back-to-back thrifties. Somehow, some way.
Just
Spike will detonate.
seems to be the way of the matches that GENG plays in. Oh no!
The shot, and Lakia finds it! And that is catastrophic at the end of the round. Lakia putting them down as GENG make their way up to 6.
It's just so smart here. They're pushing a couple different angles, and you hit the nail on that, Achilles. I was thinking the exact same thing. They remembered that corner. They remembered that pain point from their previous match. They instantly dealt with it, and that broke things open. That gives them the opportunity to put that lockdown in play, take control of that site. Though a little bit of damage is done by Trent, he drops the Odin, scooped up. GENG in cruise control. most of the rest of that round.
5-man push out here in the mid, but Trent already
This is wild.
taken low. This is definitely unsuspected, or is it? You see these sights here from GENG. Texture watching here at top mid.
I've never
Meteor
seen this.
similarly on the opposite side of the map. Seems like they're reading this decently well. But can they survive? The answer is no. Leaf finding him, outdoing Meteor. But time working against them. Weapon likely not to be recoverable. Pull back from Trent. Door now starting to close. Texture trying to take some forward space. Spray in. They're wise to this. They knock him down. They take him out. Leaf finding the kill. Now another weapon. Thrown up over the top. The drop down. Karen trying to survive, but he will just fall. Leaf able to track it perfectly. Now just 2 players left versus a full 5. Back to back to back once more. It would seem as G2 look to keep themselves in this half. Munchkin finding 2 quick kills, however. Suddenly starts answering back. Still 2 rifles in play. Wide swing out.
No way.
Taken down. Munchkin finds 1. Hunter's Fury out. Icy. The tap on. Munchkin on the swing. Bails them out. Unbelievable scenes. Diabolical from Munchkin as GENG get up to 7.
It's hard to play it better than that, than Lakia and Munchkin just did in what looked like it was going to be another thrifty. I love this from G2.
Finish.
Haven't seen an eco 5-man mid push in quite some time. They show us something new and it almost works. It's so smart from G2, but GENG just too good in the post plant. They never over-aggress those angles. They're holding them so nicely. Using those rifles to full effect to get that wall bang damage. So good from Munchkin and Lakia. Now G2 definitely going to be on the worst half in terms of the score line coming into the second half. But
They've been cognizant of wine this entire time.
Checking it every time with his fragment.
Valorant, quick TP, little bit of damage taken on the exit. Counter spray though, gonna be keeping Texture at bay. So he gets knocked down to 76. Valorant still getting the worst end of that exchange, but still burned on both sides.
She got that dash, burned out a Texture critically. That's gonna be the big piece there. You also have the fragment gone, so in some respects, slight advantage to G2 in the util battle. GENG's just doing another double pump here. Trent's just like, I don't want that turret there anymore.
No.
This Ares is good enough.
I was curious to see if Valorant was gonna try to rescale in the wine. See if for the second rotate into that position would catch them off guard, given that they didn't have the fragment anymore to try to check.
30 seconds left.
GENG so far just waiting out that 0 point now. Swing out, Icy, shut down, Lakia, able to find it. Pop flash sent up, go to the top block, you have to take it down. Karen, however, able to readjust, finds a second. Spike on the floor, plant, the tap coming through, but Leaf gonna be dealt with, taken down. Pink are hitting, time is being bought. Karen dead, but Trent is unable to find that next shot, unable to buy that little bit more time that they needed to try to just bleed out the clock. GENG out 8-3 as we go into the last round of the half.
And GENG just abusing A with reckless abandon. And even though they use that dash early, Lakia, that is a crazy good shot onto Icy. Icy had an opportunity to do some real damage with that swing out, but Lakia was aware of it, at least well enough. And now, got an operator for Texture, an outlaw for Meteor, knowing their economic situation, knowing it's going to be hard for them to buy full armors in this last round of the half. Really trying to punish G2 and expecting some aggression off their weaker buys. That's kind of been what G2 has been showing in some of those ecos so far.
Double up and outlaw set up here. GENG just spending the bank. Last round. See if they can try to find some value. Texture starting to push forward. Icy here to reinforce. Jonah with a flash at the ready. Gun barrel could be spotted early. Texture continues to swing. Shot's gonna be sent. Texture pulls back around the corner. Knives at the ready.
Well, and you've got crack snipers like GENG does. That case in point.
Meteor across the way, able to find one. Once again, that corner not gonna be checked. As Leaf able to gun down 2. Playing off the alarm bot, getting that vulnerability across, and Icy finding Karen at the same time. Meteor and Lakia still standing. Cut through the push forward into the site. Meteor trying to play forward, trying to find the pick. Spike gets planted. Hunter's Fury, however, tags up Lakia. Last one standing, tries to jump out, but he'll be shut down. Leaf with 4 will get G2 up to the same score line as they get ready to go over onto the attack.
Yeah, just beautiful stuff from GENG, working the map really nicely. A lot of double fakes, like they were going to go back to B, but most of the time it was all set up for those A executes. They found a weakness in G2's defense. They didn't want to deal with Trent's Odin on the other side or any of those shenanigans. A was the game plan the whole way. And this round, you know, we credited GENG earlier for their ability to clear that corner. Well, this time they don't, and they pay the price. So credit to G2 for doubling down on that position.
Solid snappy reaction from Icy as well to get that pinch, but GENG still in a decent spot. G2, we know that they have that.
We know they're capable of it, Achilleos. We know that they can come back strong. It's just a matter of, are they going to be able to do it against this GENG squad who looks damn near unbeatable so far.
Pass hit over here towards B, but this is going to be just a triple push coming through. Over at Cat, tuck back from Meteor, shuts the door, dash forward, trying to create some space, trying to chase in and catch this Killjoy, but they're unable to do so.
Buying a lot of time, though, with his util here.
Paranoia connecting on a Meteor, holding him vague here, back Gen. Double swing out now on a Heaven Texture, able to find that first kill. Meteor putting down Icy. Leap around the back, runs out of bullets, gets taken down. Trent and Valen, one apiece though, fighting back. Lakia, Meteor, everybody on GENG, tagged up a bit. Still a winnable position here for G2.
Yeah, GENG gonna have to play retake, it looks like. A lot of damage done, though. Meteor on 6 HP, Lakia on 26, 78 for texture, so these classics can absolutely shred GENG. They're all gonna...
A right click across the map.
Yeah.
Deal with 2 of them. Warning ping coming down, wary about somebody lurking forward here in B lobby. Close, noise now, cut. Footsteps, given over here to Recon scouting, not going to be seeing much of anything there. Double tuck back into boats. GENG trying to flush them out. So they're going to be capable of in the rush 4. That's the first player dealt with. Lock texture, taken down, and Meteor now last man standing, just 6 HP. And there's not a damn thing he can do about it. Trent with a 4K will start off the second half and get G2. This attacking pistol round win.
It's a great read early from GENG. Meteor plays this so well. Those nanos set up with dual purpose. If there's an A main hit, or he can back out if there's a short hit and delay. Get the reinforcements. The reinforcements arrive, but those 2 kills buy enough space here for G2 to rotate over to B. And enough damage had been done that it was not hard to make those classics connect and give them a much needed pistol round win.
Solid stability found here for G2, not allowing for that round to get out of their control. We go into the next one, ping reveal out onto 1 player, but no high pen weapons at the moment. Lakia able to drift back away, tries to take some space up into this smoke, but Icy not allowing for it. Takes him down, Trent does get tagged up a bit. As Meteor shoot apart by that nano swarm. Now down to 28 himself.
Alarm bot as well. Make sure that angle is accounted for. Trent weak. Going for the plant, trying to get that Hunter's Fury fast-tracked as best as possible. 3 players in boats. Icy and then the lurker of Leaf.
There's 3 orbs off from it at the moment. We've sat back waiting here within the smoke. Spectre in hand, 0 point. They're trying to check. Opens up with a little bit of spray. Meteor now going to be taken down. Finding a nice timing here is Icy. Swinging out, getting rid of one of those sheriffs. Stopping them from dealing additional damage. G2 need this economic buildup. GENG seemingly just going to look to try to see if they can find some exit kills here against them. But swing onto the corner. Texture will be good for 1, but quickly gets put down, and Charon unable to finish off Trent, even though he's at 21 HP. G2 winning the follow-up, shortening that gap, just 2 rounds separating.
Yeah, great start here for G2. We're gonna have a couple rifles to work with. The Bulldog and the Vandal for Trent. See what they want to do with Icy. He's gonna go for a stinger. The G2 classic, they love these stingers and they're so destructive with them. GENG, potentially a pivotal round. If they get bonused here, then it's game on.
Absolutely. I mean, even if they don't.
Even if they don't.
We'll see. It's been scrappy throughout. Even some damage dealt. G2 would widely be happy with that, but the conversion in their sights.
Have to use a flash there to check. Munchkin loves to play that angle, but Munchkin this time over in mid, taking a little bit of damage in his exchange.
Head spotted, but kill cannot be collected. Meteor not even getting it damage across. Leaf able to drift away, keeping his life intact as Icy on the hunt. Noting Karen taking him down now, recovering the weapon. Vandal in hand, Texture dead. As Fallon finds the headshot. GENG in this position with the door shut on you. May just have to make the call to save.
Planted.
Munchkin trying to see if he can spot out anything. Shock dart sent. A little bit of a lineup. Icy with the counter spray. Finding Lakia. Meteor forced to tuck back. The recon ticking. But they just have to abandon it. G2 fighting back. The very clean start to their attacker side.
And they're able to isolate and knock down Karan. Oh, Meteor.
Here's one.
Okay.
Stop it from being a flawless, but not much else to be done other than to drift away to try to hold on to this Phantom, which G2 very well may go on the hunt. Looks like it's going to be a full rotate around towards the defender spawn.
But the big linchpin here for G2 is dealing with Karan. He has been so nasty behind Dice on A. He is so tricky to displace. He's so good at reading your util, but the spot there, the TP gets red. There's nowhere else really for him to go. And G2 is just deathballing their way through. Some phenomenal utility to boot. GENG says, so difficult to clear. Meteor on B as well was absolutely disgusting against 100 Thieves. So a Bucky for Lakia, gonna be holding that corner. I wonder if they're gonna try to tuck him into the cubby. Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Makes sense.
Oh, no, just right here in front. Let's see if Leaf ends up taking the bait. No, just a quick little jiggle out.
No info given over here.
Might be extra suspicious because there hasn't been any util used from the Sova.
Exactly.
The pull away, the drone going to be coming out. Lakia tucking back does get revealed. Shock dart response, just smattering of damage found.
The no Bucky reveal, critically.
Spot that quite just yet, but now market control very much in the hands of G2. Continue to scale forward. Swing onto the corner. Meteor somehow winning that one out. Does get taken down low, but Texture now pushing forward, finding Talon. Full flash connecting onto everybody, but the Bucky is there. It's revealed, and Lakia finds the kill, and now suddenly, in the blink of an eye, as they regain their vision, Jonah P sees that he's the last one standing.
It was a commit from G2, and it was shut down by GENG.
Can he make it happen again? Can lightning strike? Not even 2, 5 times in the same tournament here for Jonah P.
30 seconds left.
Forced to tuck back as the drone shot connects. The push forward, the Bucky. It takes him down to 1. Jonah will be able to leave Lakia dead on the floor. But unless he can find another kill, it just seems hopeless. Karen at the same time, going on the hunt. Sheriff in hand.
10 seconds
Time
left.
will dwindle down.
Yeah, this is now a recovery mission in terms of guns for Karan. Gonna scoop up that Vandal.
I just don't know how they keep getting away with it. How they keep doing it.
I don't know.
Well,
they defy logic.
They do. GENG up to 9, and immediately after that round, a timeout going to be called by G2. Not liking how they let this one get away from them.
God, that win from Meteor on the stairs, so huge. And Texture, I love this to dash over. Little bait and switch there with Munchkin. That flash. Jonah P catches everybody and his teammate, so they can't win that battle.
The one player who's not flash is the guy holding a Bucky.
Yeah.
And he gets an instant headshot.
Again, playing aggressive at A main. So the real question is if this is kind of a fast execute, how clean can it be for G2? A lot of those KJ bots at the front door, so it's going to be really difficult, potentially, for G2 to get through. Here we go.
Across, yeah, quick hit going to be coming through. Hunter's Fury opened up. Dicey on the entry, not spotting too much, but then finally catches a glimpse of Meteor. And the Hunter's Fury flushes out Lakia. Sight taken by G2. It's rapid, ravenous from them.
Planted.
As Texture getting spammed out, pushes on the corner, is able to find one, but tagged low once again. Pull back here from Trent. Going to be noted, but not going to be dealt with. Munchkin on the entry, however, able to find 2. Karen, he gets Fallon, and now it's Trent. They know exactly where he is. Tapping to the fuse, the swing, Trent snapping with a headshot, able to find it. Spray across, puts Karen down to 57, but he cannot interrupt it. GENG will hold the defuse and get to double digits.
It's just the tremendous firepower that GENG has. Can win them rounds they have no business winning, and you can see on Trent's face the frustration. A very winnable round, a beautiful execute. The up and over from Icy, the Hunter's Fury into boats to clear the space. But Munchkin is nasty. One of 3 players on this team that has over 1,000 kills in Pacific. They are just so fearsome with rifles in hand. And then, like you said, Texture had the identification onto Trent's position. So they're able to just stick that defuse.
It's just back-to-back timeouts.
And that's when things get really scary, because Texture typically very, very clean with it. Lakia absolutely nasty on B with the Odin, as a lot of the Sovas are. So this is going to be tricky. Flash up and over. Buying a little space. Yeah.
Oh, Texture trying to go for the very aggressive peek. As Valorant TPs across over into 1.
Gonna have to use the smoke to clear himself out of wine there. Out onto the drone. Lakia gonna clear it.
Let's get rid of that turret. More spray coming in, counter drone. They're from Trent, peeking over in towards B. Leaf in the meantime. Trying to scale forward in mid, just tucked away at bench with that alarm bot. Right there around the corner.
Here.
Ready to alert them.
It's gonna take gunfire if that is gonna be the direction that G2 were to push, but it looks like for now, they're gonna flirt with Tree a bit. Munchkin tucked in the back corner again. Straight flash.
Ready for the flash, the dash in. It's gonna be Jonah taking the kill. See a little bit more damage taken, but solid entry. They get rid of Munchkin. And now, they go ahead and they start stomping their way up into mid. Turn towards market, still though, Lakia sat here, Odin in hand. As the push gets ready to come through, Meteor tucked over at Lumber, but it's gonna be Lakia collecting them all! 3 kills, Meteor with 2. And GENG now just 2 steps away from another grand final.
And the positioning here is so good. GENG understanding the space that they're giving up so well. I mean, Munchkin, this is a great read from G2. Munchkin's played that spot and ruined a few teams' rounds from that position. But you've got this great crossfire, never gets identified, a great one-way there as well. And they're able to just spray them down. So smart from GENG. And once again, their defender side starting to really click, starting to really shut G2 out of this.
And look at where the economy's at for G2. It's glass cannon from Jonah with a Phantom. Knives pop for Icy.
Trent's got an Odin.
Playing out in mid here for the time being. Drone over the top, peeking in towards bench. Quick clear on the turret. Texture not ready to swing off the back of that. Leaf able to drift away.
Look at this, Lakia is the one playing towards A main now. Gonna use this drone to check, has to clear wine. Valen gonna use that opportunity to back off.
Null command gonna be sending Munchkin. Able to shut down Jonah P. Left on the floor, but quick trade out. Icy finds a headshot. Lakia reinforcing, finishing him off, and Texture holding the line over at B. So very patient.
Revealing area.
Chase coming in, Icy. The weapon recovered, just gonna be bailing out the knives, not wanting to hold on to them any further. Hunter's Fury crashing across. Here is Karen, just tries to hold him at bay, but Icy able to displace. 3v3 now as Meteor tries to go for the wide swing, but Trent able to shut it down.
30 seconds left.
A 2v3 with an operator in play here. Shock dart sent to delay, but still 24 seconds remaining. Knives gonna be popping the Texture as they look for this re-entry.
Spike planted.
The own spray from
Last
Trent
player
leaves
standing.
Texture now all on his lonesome. Has to dash back, the Paranoia connecting. 2 players dangerously low here on the side of G2 as Icy just tucks back. Drifting down, spotting 1, but he cannot find a target. G2 persevere in the round. They keep it close. They keep themselves in a winnable spot. They still need to close back 3.
Unbelievable. The fact that they're able to come back after losing a couple players early, trying to slam their way through short, and able to do so just barely. This Hunter's Fury trying to set up Karan for this push out of Gen, but Karan's been a little bit off. Hasn't really found that impact that he normally has for GENG on this map.
Yeah.
It's only 8 and 12. He's got 15 assists. He's doing a good job in that department, but he hasn't found those incredible multi-kill rounds that you almost have been used to seeing from this rookie.
I mean, G2 have been doing well to shut him down, to not give him those opportunities.
Oh my
Texture.
God.
Oh, Leaf just around the corner. The Odin as well, set up. Spray coming down. He knows that there's somebody in there, and he's able to flush him out. Leaf taken down. His Texture continues to be absolutely fearless on this B site.
So confident in those swings. Time and time again. This tournament, we've seen insane op plays from Texture. It's all a bit of a ruse.
He's back on the line. Trent not wanting to give him another chance. Pulls away. He's going to look to make his exit. Texture still swinging, but will not be able to spot him. Jonah P at the same time, pushing forward into tree, able to find Meteor. Now again, we turn our sights over towards Charon. Still looking to try to find that value. Jonah P pushing up through window, able to find one. Charon going to be noted here in hell. Not spotting, but Valen up over the top. Catches a glimpse, shock dart, he's able to avoid it, but Valen still finds the headshot.
Last player standing.
Munchkin now dead. Jonah just floating around this A site. Keeps them in this.
30 seconds left.
Texture, no further value to be found with that up. G2 to be keeping things so very close, just 2 rounds separating as we wait for the spike to explode.
Oh, they're just doing such a phenomenal job of working the map. The ops on the other side, but there's so much attention. That Odin keeping a couple extra players of Gen G in that direction. And Charon continues to really struggle to find value, but it's not entirely his fault. It's more, I'd say, G2 just doing a great job of identifying his positions and knocking him down. There's util to displace him early, to send him into hell. And once they've got him boxed in, there's no help available.
Jump out, Texture ready for it. Ping's coming down, but spike gonna be detonating quite soon here. In fact, it's gonna be a smoke out from Valen to lock off that spawn position. They know that they don't wanna lose any of these rifles that they have in their hands. Don't wanna give Texture that extra bit of energy, that extra momentum, but for now, G2, they're the ones who are starting to build it up. Just 2 rounds separating. Another timeout call here from Gen G.
Yeah, I think this is a really good idea. You've got to address this A site. You've got to find ways to keep G2, especially with this short position, from taking control. They're doing such a good job of bodying.
Null Command and the lockdown both available to him.
And a complete change up in the formation here for Gen G. 2 in mid, Meteor and Texture on A. You're leaving Munchkin on his own at B. So let's see if this change will work.
But clear on the turn, and Texture. Laser focus, finds himself a second. The repeat, Jonah not ready for it. He falls down. 2-man advantage here available to the side of Gen G. Quick shock dart forward, clearing out some of that util, but Paranoia crashing across. Gonna hold him at bay. It's Icy forward, up into heaven, connects onto both. Lock in, Karen, both take it down. Meteor able to find one, but now it's all Icy. 3 from him, a chance of the ace. Texture creeping forward. Comes back here into hell. The Guardian unable to find the damage.
So
Clear out, 0 point to try to check close, but no one gonna be noted. Full util available here to Munchkin.
Flashbang.
It's gonna be flash over the top, Texture leading the peak. Opportunity not given to him, but gets a bit of damage there on the Trent. Right through the back of Gen. Cloudburst sent the try and delay, the push forward, looking for the angle. Nothing spotted, they know that they're both in hell.
Oh!
Icy shuts it down. Chance of the ace. Push onto the corner, Munchkin finding one, but time working against them. The swing out, the ace, G2! 1 round separating is Icy. Keeps them in this series.
how many times are they going to win these 3v5s? It's insane stuff from G2. Yes, the buy is weaker for Gen G, but he catches the perfect timing. No gun out for Charon.
3.
Util in hand for Lakia.
Enemy remaining.
And that breaks things open. And now G2 right on the precipice of turning these things around again. Second map. They seem to just find their groove. They seem to find another level.
Second map, second half. Unreal here from G2. 1 round separating as they look to tie things up and take the lead from there. Push up from Texture, he's glass cannon, just to try to get another operator into play. But they're not giving him the time of day whatsoever. Paranoia across, Munchkin having to pull back. Hunter Sphere going to be opened up as well. But Icy shut down, Meteor not allowing him to find that value. Munchkin sprayed, taken out, but is going to be Reservoir, but in such a rough position, just out in front here of main. Paranoia for the time being will slow up the approach here from G2. Two players still positioned here in towards tree. Texture trying to set up as Munchkin bleeds out.
Great smoke.
You should run.
He's been noted, so there you go. Lockdown now in play. Lock in, no Hunter's Fury to try to reply, but Meteor sends his own. Trying to neutralize things, and Meteor swinging out wide, able to take down Trent. Spots another one, there's a backstab from Lakia. Attacking, every 4 players are detained, but so too is Valen. He can't do anything about it. He could have picked them all off, but he also gets caught.
Well, the TP.
TP across the map. Valen arriving at B, the plant to come through, a chance for the IGL to be the hero.
Cover going out.
The drone forward, it spots him out. He has to tuck back, he's tagged down to 12.
Shadows traveling.
GENG just not giving him the opportunity. Would be the most unreal thing that we have ever witnessed, but he's unable to find the first. Some damage dealt, but the defuse comes in. GENG get themselves up to match point.
A great change up here from GENG, willingly giving up some of that short space to set up Meteor for that initial kill. Karan doing a good job with his utility to buy time after Munchkin goes down, to not allow that execute to happen. The Paranoia into a smoke. The counter lockdowns here work a treat.
It's just
Set up Lakia for this flank.
the most ridiculous round. The lockdown, it can't be cleared. Everybody caught, but Valen as well. If he gets the TP out to safety, he could just run at him. 1, 2, 3, 4 on a silver platter. He gets caught just by the edge of it, and that could be the death of G2 here in this upper bracket.
It's always narrow margins between the good teams. Are they going to
push forward.
Not again. No way he does it again.
Turn at the ready, cleared out, and he nails it! Texture! He does not miss those!
That is unreal. He's just practiced that shot a million times, and he does not miss.
Peeks back in, through market, Icy, dead. Recon ping, Trent noted, and Texture on the hunt. He holds it down, and Karan finds Jonah P. 2 players left, it's falling to pieces for G2.
Can they do this?
All 5 players
Oh, he
alive,
saw
and
him.
Munchkin catching a glimpse. Pings it out, the Paranoia through. Is letting him know. We're well aware.
Oh no.
Meteor on the hunt.
enemy
The
remaining.
headshot found. Valen dead. Trent, last one alive. Pushes forward.
30
He's able to find
seconds left.
Munchkin, but now he's all on his lonesome. Karan at hell. Taking some pot shots. Trent trying to challenge the fight. Trying to go for the wide swing, but Karan finds it. 13 to 10. 2-0. GENG